I pressed the record button.
Whoa, record button, more like the subscribe to Spirit Siri on YouTube button. But that's my favorite button on YouTube. So guys, sometimes you see these videos on YouTube and you're not actually subscribed, even though you think you are. YouTube is like that sometimes. So just make sure to click the subscribe button. If everybody who is watching subscribed, I don't know. I don't see your metrics page. Something would happen.
Something would happen.
Something would happen at some point
Some kind
in
of
time. Which brings us to the topic of today's episode. What is time? Now, what do you think about time?
it's a human construct.
Whoa.
We just invented time to make sense of the world.
Now, in what way? In like measurement of time? Because like the time as an idea is like very clearly to us like a visceral, real thing.
In a
Because
way,
things are like happening.
it's like a measurement of life that we use to make ourselves do stuff.
That's so real. I also think some of our units for time are a little sus. Now, I agree with the 60-60-24 system. I think it's great. However, you know what I don't agree with?
24 hours in a day.
Oh no, I think that one's fine.
Oh.
I don't like how our months are structured, but at the same time, it's also good. You know, there's two sides to that. So our months work like the days are just different per month, and then leap year, right?
I hate leap year. I can never understand it.
Because we lose, well, about 1/4 of a day, right?
Yeah.
Every year.
No,
And you're just making that up just by chucking it all in 1 year.
Yes.
Now, I had never looked into the math of this, but apparently, if you did days all with like, months all with, I think it was 29 days or something. There was like, you could make your months a certain amount of days and they would all like add up perfectly. I think you'd have to change the hour system too. But here's the thing. Would that be better because everything is standard? Or is the non-uniformity of the current system like something so uniquely human that it's like, it feels nice?
I would like the
I'm throwing
uniform.
at big concepts.
I would like the uniform.
You'd like a uniform?
The
Alright.
uniform would make me happy and less annoyed. Oh my god, I'm February. I have less days than everyone else. I'm special. No way, you're not.
See, I kind of
Who
like...
named the calendar October?
Oh.
Ah, yes. That's Octo.
Yeah,
The 10th
I
month.
forgot the reason.
Good job.
It was something pretty funny of just like, it's jumping between so many languages that it's just what stuck.
December. Ah, yes. Deck. 12th month.
Because we used partially the Mayan system and then partially someone else's system.
It's great that at least it's consistent everywhere and it's not like a language.
Oh my gosh, it's like the only thing that's truly standardized.
It's so cool.
It's like, language is like, there's just so much happening, but everybody's got it like the same for the calendar.
The calendar doesn't change. It does also give value to certain days. Without time, there would be less meaning.
For sure. Like, if everything just kept happening in an infinite loop, right? Like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like, it would just be worse. That's why I like argue against the uniformity, because it feels less like individualized for each day.
Makes sense.
Like that whole like idea of uniquely human that I was saying. I feel like that really like shines when you add inconsistency to stuff.
That's true.
That's why. Oh, this is very tangential, but that's why like.
That's why we're here.
True. But
an amphibian fossil.
Some things like the cooking utility instrument, the molcajete. is pretty cool. Because each one is different because it's just handmade from rock.
Ah.
I don't know. I think that's unique because then it's like it makes it feel human. What is humans needs to be the next episode.
What is humans?
What is humans?
We have a picture
there's
of a crab.
whole lot. Oh my god. Crabification.
It's also purely Earth-based, though. Time.
Yeah.
The entire concept of time. If you go to Mars, time is just going to be different, but we just base it off Earth because that's how it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, they have they do a different Mars Day. Well, at least in
called,
the
day on
Sols.
Mars is called a sol.
Right.
I don't know how many days it is for Earth. Like, that's how we need to calculate. We can't just say.
I think it's 30 hours, right? 28.
This is Googleable information, chat.
This is very much Googleable information. But it's also like the moon has a different schedule. A lunar day is 24 hours 50 minutes, and it's like we use that time system within the month for
a crazy thing is time being different, kind of everywhere. Like, okay, daylight savings. Daylight savings, and also being in Antarctica or like in any of the poles, you're just in either darkness or light. Wait a minute.
Dark. What is light?
What is light?
Whoa.
That's a plug. Go watch the first episode.
If you haven't already, check out. Yeah, this is the third of the series, and it's pretty good.
Wait, daylight savings.
Yeah,
it's purely a human thing.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's not even like, it's not even everyone. It's just America.
It's just the U.S. It's not the American territories either. Puerto Rico does not
just
follow
North America, or not North America, the United States. So guys, we're gonna turn our clocks for no reason.
No, it was a good reason.
Is there actually a reason?
Literally for more daylight.
Does it work
like that? No joke. Yeah, it gets you an hour more of daylight in the wintertime, I believe.
But
yeah, and it was good for wartime. Because that means in a work day you had light for like most of the work day.
Oh, but it's like
as opposed to like in the wintertime.
Nothing about the Earth changes when you turn your clocks back. It's just that you like get up earlier or something.
Yeah, it's that relative to the human.
It's a human thing.
Perception of time. It's earlier in the day, so you get more light.
It's actually that's like a hack, actually, because I was thinking, wait, why don't you just get up earlier? Oh wait,
it's
who wants to get up
objectively
earlier?
A pretty good system. It's just like it's
just kind
the difference
annoying.
Of just waking up at 4 a.m. versus it's still 4 a.m. but it says 5 a.m.
That's so weird.
So yeah, it's.
What if there's more time
nice.
hacks? Comment down below your time hacks. Wait, you literally have a time hack.
Whoa.
Where you like your classes are scheduled at a different time.
Oh yeah, I get one of those because of time zones, where my graduate classes are all due. Every material is due at 1 a.m. Eastern time, but the class is in Central Time, so I get that extra hour compared to everyone else.
Me when I
because
my
I
mind.
live further east. So it's so funny. I should sell stuff.
Humans made up time so that we can make sense of it, and so that our brains don't explode.
It's pretty nice to be able to quantify it.
That's kind of the human thing, actually.
Then, yeah, oh dude, we
even with like
as
math,
much
even
as
if
we
math is
possibly
kind of
can.
like,
okay, well, math is a little different.
It's like it actually is. Like,
because if you deconstruct all language, you start life from scratch.
Math is universal.
Things like, yeah, math will be universal. The same equations will be created no matter what planet you're on, no matter what language you speak.
Like, aliens will be able to understand math because it's just how everything works.
Yep.
But time is relative to like where you are.
And relative
and
to
you.
Temporal reception or whatever, because who knows
Oh,
Some animals could literally perceive time
flies
different.
do.
People could.
Flies literally
Yeah.
see in slow motion.
Yeah. So like what? So like, does one day to a fly feel like a week?
Maybe. Well, I mean, they're probably
Yeah.
dead by the day.
I mean, they don't live very long. It's like why you can use flies for really easy genetics research, because you can feasibly have a generation within like a workday.
That's so base. Yeah. Sleepy time. I was gonna go cut a
Oh god,
tree.
I was too. I kind of zoned out and didn't really cut any trees because I was talking about
Be
time.
We don't have time for this. It's time for you to
Haha.
get a watch. More.
Whoa.
What if we can? Oh boy, time travel.
Time travel. Oh wait, yeah, because it's gonna be. Dude, sleep is
Oh, what?
honestly like time travel. I use it like that.
That's so true. It's like you just knock yourself unconscious, and then you
Yeah,
travel through
because
time.
and it's the whole thing of perception. Because
To
to
you.
the perceiver, you, um, let's say you go to bed at 12 a.m., wake up at 6 a.m. You did not perceive the 6 hours in between.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're rich.
Waiting for the. Oh yeah, we are rich.
30,000, and we get 2 more batches of
Yeah,
this.
we're gonna spend all of those on bok choy.
Oh, I wish this game had bok choy. That would be so funny.
Doesn't it?
No.
Oh, that's so sad. Even like procrastinating is in a way a kind of time travel.
Oh, dude, procrastinating is so funny. I love procrastinating. I'm
I'm
so good at it.
so good at procrastinating. But that's like, it's like watching a video for like 10 minutes, and then suddenly you keep going, you watch the next one, and suddenly 16 years have passed, and you're in high school, and you're no longer a child.
Oh,
Now you're crying.
and you lose all of your childlike wonder.
But not us.
And then the battle pass comes out, and then everything is good again. And then because of time, you have to wait a whole another 3 months for the next battle pass.
Time dictates the battle pass. We should start worshipping time now, I'd say. I think it's done a lot of good things,
Because that
specifically
worked
bring
out
the battle
so
pass.
great in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
Oh no.
Dude, when you said you wanted the next one to be time, my eyes kind of lit up, because now I get to talk about Mystery Dungeon.
Yay!
Because they do some silly stuff with time. Where
Hey guys, we're
in that
Pokemon
game,
Mystery Dungeon.
in
Would you
that
like to
game,
cry?
time can stop. Like the physical concept of time. But to living animalistic entities, things are still happening. And because of that, time is still progressing.
It's
But
like
just relative to the animalistic entities.
it's like a force
Pokemons.
field of time. Do Pokemons
It's
obey the laws of time?
no.
No, they don't. They don't
Because
die.
of that game.
They literally don't die either. They don't age.
I think they
Well,
do is the
actually,
thing. Because
in
they still get
games,
tired.
they
So
do.
in the future, in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorer of Sky, right?
Yes.
They get tired, which means time is progressing relative to their body.
That's true. But they do just live forever.
No, not even. Pokemon don't live forever.
Oh. Well, in the games.
Oh, in the games,
In the
yeah.
anime, there have
But
been
that's
many deaths. You
in the game.
You should watch I
No,
Choose
actually,
You.
no. They don't live forever in the games.
No?
They die in the games. The lost, like the Lavender Town, Pokemon Tower.
This is so
There's
sad,
literally
chat.
graveyards for Pokemon.
But don't they become... Organita was Pokemon now. Do they become ghost Pokemon?
Yep, they actually do.
Ghost types.
Yeah.
What is Pokemon?
Cubone's mom dies and becomes a literal ghost, though, instead of just a ghost Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the only, like, ever recorded instance of that. Everyone else becomes a ghost Pokemon. Even people become ghost Pokemons. I think that's hilarious.
People are honestly just Pokemon.
I think they, in a way, are considered like that in the game. They have like elemental abilities, which is just hilarious.
Use Harden.
Oh, that's just what happens. I use Harden when I watch the Spirit Series videos.
So anyway, time.
Call me a Metapod the way my other move is String Shot. I'm Metapod, guys. It's canon.
Canonized
Ooh,
now.
I have a book. Felled trees have 5% chance to yield double the wood.
Ooh.
Kind of good. Kind of really good, actually.
That's a little bit skibbity.
Skibbity susmus.
Ah, yes. Raw gold. Oh no, Jagoids. Never mind. I've been playing too much Minecraft.
Minecraft is so based.
Minecraft is so based.
I've been playing a server, and it's progressively going back in time. And we're just gonna recreate World War II soon. I've already conducted a political assassination. Usually the server ends when the equivalent of a nuke happens and someone spawns a lot of withers.
I wonder who that someone is.
What's my Cause oh dude, there was like a whole war against me because I had all the power. And
this is why I just started playing Minecraft by myself. Because most people are lame.
They didn't want to play into the bit. And it was
no one wants
silly.
to play a bit or just like stick to one area.
And
actually get on at the same time. Exactly. Well, it all connects.
And oh, that brings me to the next talking point after this anecdote. But I got attacked first. Like I was just chilling right outside their territory. They punched me. I was like, oh, okay. And so I just started killing people. Naturally, as one does.
As a true
And it got
American.
to the point where like they went to my base and tried to like just break it manually, which was against our rules of engagement. And I didn't care.
Engagement?
So engagement? Us? Again in 2 months. So I just spawned, I think, 7 withers. I had a button that would scuttle my base and spawn in withers. And so, because I didn't care, I had several bases and everything valuable in an ender chest, so like, it was whatever. But it made them so dirt poor, and it made their entire home inaccessible, because as soon as I did that, I just went to their place and made withers. And so, to them, having 0 armor, 0 resources, 0 way to get any more, the game was unplayable. But they deserved it.
For real.
Now, when you say hopping on at the same time, it's not the same time relative to human perception. Yes. For us, playing Stardew Valley right now, for me, on the eastern coast of the United States of America, it is 1:45 a.m. And for you, it is
10:45 p.m.
10:45 p.m.
It's technically
we're not even in the
still.
same parts of the time. Yeah, like I'm sitting in Saturday, which is crazy.
Saturday, so it's like, Saturday.
And so, like, the whole idea of time, like, we innately understand, okay, it is physically the same time. But because of Earth rotation and shenanigans, and, like, we get light at different places.
And our measurement system.
Yeah, and our measurement system is relative to that in terms of the time. So it's like, I'm in such a different position because as soon as I get off, I'm like, okay, it's super late. I need to go to bed. But for you, it's like, oh, I can probably twiddle around on my phone for another hour or 2 or whatever.
5. It's actually 5. Sorry.
5 minutes. 5 hours.
Years.
5 skibbity toilets.
5 skibbity toilets. Light is lit. If you want to know what light is.
Dude, that reminds me of a shirt that my senior year English teacher wore that said literature is lit. And I thought that was really funny.
That is really funny.
I'm gonna go chop down some trees and throw rocks at Linus's tent. Can I do that?
Who's Linus?
He's the homeless one. I'm gonna turn out his fire. He's from San Francisco. I live out here by choice. Yeah, he's one of those. All right, here's a rock. I was gonna throw it at you, but it's.
You're gonna give it to him instead?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him instead.
I got seaweed.
He's so ungrateful. Oh, seaweed is so tasty. Because you just eat it and then it does things. Climb things.
Fun things. Makes time go faster. So anyway.
How much time does it take for seaweed to grow?
Do the seaweed perceive time?
Have you ever seen kelp?
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Have I seen kelp in real life? I think so. When I went scuba diving, or not scuba diving, but like snorkeling.
That's like the one thing I care to see on the western U.S. coast.
No, it was in Cancun.
Uh-oh.
I have
West
also
Coast
seen kelp
Cancun,
like
though?
every
It had to be West Coast.
Probably. Yeah. It was like snorkeling and I was around a bunch of fishies. There was actually a lot of fishies. I was in the middle of all of them. Everyone was around them because they're noobs and scared.
I literally work in the field of marine biology, and I've never been underwater except at a pool.
Noob.
I'm a fraud. I can deposit most of my inventory.
Me when I deposit my inventory.
I'm gonna deposit my inventory into you tonight.
Excuse me?
I mean, and it won't take me much time. 10 seconds.
Tops.
I just looked down at my feet, and I have a bunch of old resumes sitting in my desk. And I don't really understand why. I should burn them.
Heat was related to that?
Heat. Real. Oh, I do need to click the sleep button. Back to time. What's a funny thing about time? I think, like...
Time travel.
True. Oh.
Isn't there an actual way?
There's still a whole bunch we can talk about.
Because if you go... technically, if you go far enough away from the universe, you can see the Big Bang, and it's like you've traveled through time.
We would just have to travel so much faster than the speed of light, though.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't even be able to see it. Like,
honestly,
unexplode.
That would be funny. And there is a real time travel that has happened. So astronauts, right, when they go into microgravity, time is happening, what is it, slower to them? Ever so slightly.
Ooh.
No, it's faster to...
the flower dance is tomorrow.
Oh my god, that...
Flower dance is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow.
We might need to move this note block.
No. It's perfect.
Alright. I thought I was tripping for a sec. I was like, what did I do on my computer?
That's the reason I put it there. Holy watery.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Time travel.
Time travel. Because, time happened... Okay. It's the heavier your gravity, the slower time goes. So, with less gravity, in microgravity, time literally travels faster, but ever so slightly.
Gravity manipulates time.
Yes, it does.
If it can manipulate light, is light related to time? Wait a minute. Everything is coming together.
Yo.
And so, chat, this is going to be a 3-part season.
So in the microgravity, you're literally experiencing time faster. And it's really silly, because it means if two people, like two sets of twins, are born at the same exact physical time, like, it would have to be C-section or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But let's say that happens. Both twins were born at the same time. So they're the exact same age in terms of how we measure it.
Ooh.
Now, somebody who is in a microgravity, they would be older than their twin, physically, by that much time. However much time, like, extra pass. It's negligible. Like, it's an order of...
But it's like, it's there.
Yeah, it's an order of 0.00004 or whatever milliseconds. But it does happen.
People
And
want
it's
to be
pretty
Alpha
silly.
twins? You know what to do.
Ha ha ha.
Go to space. So gravity can
Time
change
is-
time.
Yeah. Because what movie was it? Was it Interstellar?
It's probably Interstellar.
It was
I
Interstellar.
would need to
That
watch
movie
Interstellar.
sucked, by the way. No, you
What?
don't. It sucks.
Okay, but does
God, I
it
hate
look
that movie.
good?
It looks good, yeah.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
It looks great. They actually made a physics engine to render a black hole, and it was a huge technological advancement in terms
What was the
of
guy? The guy who
astronomy.
directed it was same as Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is.
Whoa,
Was it that guy?
Oppenheimer? I don't
I
know.
forgot his name. Guy who hates special effects. Or not special effects. CGI.
Yeah, I don't know.
He also directed the Batman films.
Oh, Batman. Christopher Nolan? Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan. Yes. I think he doing the director Interstellar? Surely no, because
Google. Hey Siri, who
did
directed Interstellar? Christopher Nolan. Yep. I guess that wasn't Siri, that was... Or not Google, but Siri. But it was Siri using Google.
Does Siri perceive time? We're asking the real questions now.
Yes, actually. Because Siri can... Or I don't know if Siri can perceive time, except when you ask Siri what time it is. Because Siri can check the time and be like, okay.
And it just reads our measurement.
And it just reads your measurement. So, both yes and no, because it's reading your measurement of time and relating it to your scale. But at the same time, it's not a physical entity and would not be perceiving it. Because Siri doesn't really run any of the physical features on something. Like, the Windows, like, so iOS would be perceiving time. Because it's seeing that measurement, and accordingly, it's carrying out certain functions that you've told it in advance to do. Like, if you set...
Is this an extension of the human mind?
Yeah, it's an extension of the... Yeah, basically the mind of the programmer.
Mind of the programmer.
Where, like, yeah, you can tell the program, okay, at 7 o'clock p.m., turn my phone screen slightly orange. And, like, that's, like, what the night mode is or whatever. And, like, you set the times for that. So, the system has to be able to understand what that means on a measurement level. So, not, like, any level of profoundness. But in a way, it does understand what the time is. Because you told it what time is.
There is, like,
Or you didn't tell it, but you told,
there's a time function in
way.
computers that someone made, like, 1 billion years ago. That's still just, like, ticking up time.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's using, like, randomizers a lot. Because it's just, like...
Yeah.
It just goes on... It's just going on forever. I think, actually, slot machines use this. Something like this. So that the chances of winning are, like, literally in the milliseconds for you to get a win.
Yeah, it's the pseudo-random function, right?
Probably uses that. And yes, programmers... We all perceive time in slow motion. You finish 500 lines of code. It feels like it's been a year. It's been 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Good on you.
Programmers
but
need
also...
to suffer. Got another place.
I'm so glad computer IT is big enough that you don't need to fully learn programming.
It's so true, actually. Today we are talking about SQL.
They just put it in English, I swear. Why can't people put it in English?
As opposed to Hindi.
It goes into the left child node, and then it's the right child node, and then the grandparent of the parent node. Just say left, right, up, down.
Honestly.
I'm not even kidding. Those are real words. I did not make any of that up. There's a left child node, right child node. Just left, right.
Node. How do nodes relate to time? Oh,
well, they take a lot of time to do.
They do. I also love the phrase "killing time."
Ha.
And like wasting time, where you're giving an inherent value to time, and assigning an action as doing, I guess, poor by it. That's so.
Is there truly such thing as wasting time?
I think so. I do think so.
Valid.
But
Time
like
relative to human
at the
life.
same time, yeah, relative to human life, absolutely.
Yes.
But in terms of like animalistic life, not really. Because your entire job as an animal is to make more of yourselves.
Yeah. We're already ahead of you.
You're already 4 weeks pregnant. I'm sorry.
This is so sad. We now have to pay for college.
But yeah, to like animals, time it doesn't really matter as much. Like tortoises. I've read a
Galapagos
paper
turtles?
on the gopher tortoise,
Go for
but
it.
I think it applies the same. But well, actually, not really, because they have more food. But with the gopher tortoise, they can go years without reproducing, and they're evolved around that to where like they can survive just fine on several years of energy deficit because they
Ooh.
just retain all their water.
Is this
And they
related to
just
that really old shark?
really old shark, yes, Greenland shark,
Greenland shark, yeah.
where the Greenland shark can go a very long time without eating and years and years and years and years without reproducing. But to the shark, okay, whatever, I'll get another chance next year. And it's like it literally just depends on food and water availability for the tortoise. So it's like if they have a year where they have good food and water availability, plenty of fat reserves, then they have enough energy to
A lot of
reproduce.
animals do something similar, but like not to like a year scale. Like camels
Yeah.
and like cactus. They kind of just vibe.
And then there's some animals that really don't have a perception. And so they probably can't feel time the same way, or like feel and understand time the same
How
way
do you
that
feel time?
any more complicated animal. We actually can. And that's really funny to me. It's our circadian rhythm.
Oh.
Right?
Makes sense.
Or at least that's kind of the way I understand it.
How would the
it's
human
like-
brain react to living like 200 years?
Oh, God.
Or like more? Surely like 200 years would be okay, because the average lifespan of human before was like 30.
Well, the thing is, though,
And
that's
it
the
just got
average
higher
lifespan.
over time.
The human maximum lifespan, I mean, hasn't really changed. And like the median life, that's the word I'm looking for.
Median.
Hasn't really been too much different.
But we can get people to live longer.
Yeah,
Because of
the
health.
high end is way higher, but what really happened is that people just weren't dying as infants. And so that skewed the number up.
Is it possible to get a
wood.
human to live for like 200 years?
I feel like-
Ignoring a humane way.
Physically, no. I don't think so, because your DNA just would degrade. We have something called telomeres.
Telomeres.
That it's a little loop of repeating code in your DNA
There's a mouse.
along the chromosomes themselves. And every time your cells replicate, those go away. I think it's something of like 41 replication cycles. There's no telomeres. For somatic cells, which are body cells. So, of course, your cells are replicating more than that. So there's some shenanigans going on where DNA can be like actually repaired. You can add more telomeres using the telomerase enzyme, at least to my understanding. And so like, but you notice how like as people get older, they just start to look like they're being held together by duct tape and prayers.
Joe Biden.
Like I was gonna say that. like, but I think Joe Biden is a really good example of that, where it's like they're kind of weekend at Bernieing him around, and he's just like there, I guess.
This brings to a topic of like respect to people who are older.
Mm-hmm. Bro, they literally have less DNA. Like, it's not worth being mean to old people. But like you start to see, like as
It's
you
like
get older,
time
more
gives
skin
knowledge
deformities pop up. Yeah,
in a
dude,
way.
time is knowledge. But like yeah, like you noticeable mostly on like white people. You see like moles and more freckles or whatever because the DNA isn't repairing itself the same way. And like the the gene for collagen, not collagen, elastin, the thing that gives your skin its like resilience and keeps it stretchy and like taut, that goes away like as that gene degrades. And so like that's why old people get real saggy.
They get real saggy.
Oh, like I mean, it's like, so I don't think we could get people to live very much longer than 130 years unless you figure out how to manipulate genes at the fundamental level. Because you'd have to build them back, and that's not even possible with like gene therapy. Adds genes or like deactivates them. It's not
Yeah,
like
it doesn't like
physically
change
changing
anything.
too much. Because think of how many cells there are, and like as cells get replaced, like
You'd have
things
to
happen.
like
Like you can
change
get rid of,
everything,
yeah.
and that would
You have to change
then that would take like
everything.
a long time if you try to like just like inject a few cells with it and then have them reproduce,
Mm-hmm.
and that would just take
You
forever.
can
The flower dance.
flower dance. Oh, we can go due south for that.
Due south.
Yeah, follow me. Oh wait. I need to water the bean. What was I talking about?
H.
Oh, DNA.
DNA.
You're kind of ship of Theseusing the person at that point.
Oh.
Because are they like really the same person if you've changed every little shred of DNA they have?
Oh, but doesn't. Okay, now we're just getting into the ship of Theseus
This
philosophy.
This has to go on what is genetics, because that's going to be an episode.
What is
And then
genetics?
another anecdote. You can, with gene therapy, you can temporarily change a lot of your genes. You can get rid of lactose intolerance by re-injecting the ability for your stomach cells to process lactose.
You hear that, lactose intolerant people? You have no excuses anymore.
I can tolerate lactose. I'm progressive like that.
We can tolerate lactose. Let's go.
But
Imagine
it's
not
so
being
funny.
able
I'm
to
the
eat
only
ice
one.
cream.
I'm literally the only one in my family.
I don't know
Because you're
anyone
not
who
supposed
is.
to, right? You're
It's
literally not
literally
supposed to be able
so
to.
true. It's like a normal thing. Ask
It's like
hold on. Ask food to dance with you.
oh,
This is
you're
a
gonna ask
thing.
me to dance with you? Yeah.
Is it a yes?
Go on now. Don't be shy.
Oh! I thought I said
Alright.
rejected your offer to dance. Like, oh, okay.
Oh wait, try it again.
It said accepted. I can't click on you
Oh,
again.
you're good then. Alright. Let's see what's in the shop. Oh, lactose. Time. Time is important here.
Time.
Because there's like almost a little internal clock counting down from the moment you're born, and really like the moment you stop consuming milk as your primary mode of nutrition.
Ooh.
And like your cells just stop processing it.
So this is technically
because you're
different
not
for everyone.
supposed to process it. It's different for everyone. Based
So it's
on,
like now even
and
cells
it's like
perceive
it's even
time
less if you're like
differently.
bottle fed. And I imagine you see different statistics versus bottle fed versus breastfed, but I'm like,
We all know which one is
yeah,
better, chat.
I literally took a class where this was one of the topics, and it's the conclusion was like breastfed is better, but like at the same time, it's fine either way.
As much as people, oh, this is gonna be like what is GMO or something. As much as chemicals, people use chemicals negatively way too much for food. Cause like chemicals, okay, that's how you work. That's how things work here, okay? Any problem?
I talked about this actually at work recently.
It's so based.
And yeah, we'll have to save it for whatever topic that one goes under.
What is Fortnite?
Where's Fortnite? But I have cool anecdotes there with like fructose versus sucrose. where it literally doesn't matter that you're consuming fructose. High fructose corn syrup is literally just the same as table sugar. Like, biologically. You break it down the same way. But the only reason it's, in quotes, can be bad is just because it lets you put so much more sugar in easily. Like, easier, and consume more. We're gonna I know too much about nutritional sciences. We're gonna have to have a whole episode on that. But it's also important because good nutrition can help you live longer, so you can experience more time.
It all comes back to time.
I feel like everything in some way relates to time. Time is one of the most important like units of measurement.
It's like it's a human-made concept, but like we would go insane without it.
Yeah, like we literally would always, like every society that ever exists will always have a measurement for time because it goes hand in hand with every single other area of science. Because
we should
measure
go with, like, how was time discovered?
Yeah.
I like ancient clocks where they use like shadows to dictate time.
Yeah, that's a good one, because then it's also back to the idea of it being like of something being strict, like really human with all those inconsistencies.
Yeah.
Because it varied drastically throughout the year and depending on where the clock was physically situated. Like, if I built a clock like that in northern Canada, it's not gonna do too much. If I build it to the same scale, at least. So you'd have to have very different measurements. And of course, you would calibrate something like that on site, right? But
it's weird because
it's something that has to be calibrated on site.
Technically, like, daytime and nighttime aren't like related to like time or the date. Because if you go to the pole, okay, well then half of your year is just daytime, but like 24 hours are still technically in a day.
Yep.
But it's like
because the day is just relative to one rotation, yeah. Everything is relative to something else with our human perception of time.
It's like each of the different measurements are relative to something different.
Yeah.
Like, months is like orbits. Days is just rotation. And then, what's hours and like? I think hours, minutes, and seconds are just human perception.
Hours, minutes, and seconds are delineations of days into smaller units that we can use for other things.
Yes. Based.
But days is with regards to human life, one day is a standard. Because the rate at which the Earth spins is more or less set.
It'll stay pretty much the same.
So it's like one of those things where that's not going to change. Just the way you break it down into smaller units does.
I feel every time you say break down, like breakdance?
Break it down. Alright, I've talked to everybody.
I think I've talked.
So if we want to start it, we can go ahead.
Talk to the mayor.
Yep.
Yes.
Hi, Lewis. Hey, Lois, they put me in Fortnite. Oh my god.
What?
We're so out of place. This is part of the courtship ritual.
This is how you get divorced. I have one hand up.
Oh no. It's not. No, not the right hand at the 40. Why aren't we doing the same dance as everyone else?
I don't know. You're just walking forward. I'm just doing squats.
Why don't we have the same clothing? I guess because that would be hard to do with the models.
No, surely no, because you can just make another clothing.
Not. Yeah, because you just would.
Because we can swap
separate
out clothes.
The head as a different box.
It's already done it for us. Like, you can go to inventory and just take off your clothes, put it back on. Surely.
Oh, you should go to your inventory and take off your clothes. Oh. Yeah, mistakes have been made.
Mistakes? I've made a few. So anyway. Just gonna have to unblur the image. The bookseller is in town today.
Who's in town?
Bookseller.
Bookseller, interesting. Oh, that could be big, actually. That's new. That's a new mechanic.
Well, yeah, if it's a Wikipedia, it would be pretty big.
Oh, true.
Where's the bookseller? In town.
I don't think we have to water anymore.
Wait, what? Does it just keep going? Whoops.
No,
Oh, wait. I accidentally picked one up. I'm gonna eat the
I don't think
strawberry.
we'll get another.
Oh, we don't have enough time. Hey! It all comes back to time. That's
Time.
that phrase, we don't have enough time. That's what encourages people. It's like the lack of time. Encourages people to do more in less time. That's essentially YouTube Shorts.
Honestly.
Doing less. It's a skill to be able to present a lot of information in like a minute.
Yeah.
Even if it's okay, no, it's brain rot still. You can't learn calculus 2 in a minute. Trust me, I've tried.
It is literally my entire job, is presenting as much info as I can to people who care to listen in as little time as possible.
I think this is something that society needs to change. To stop worrying about doing things in less amount of time.
Bro, yeah, because like to me, I don't care if people would like take up my time at that job, because it makes my job easier, right? If I'm just talking the entire time. And like people just need to like talk to me for longer amounts of time.
It's like,
learn about the horseshoe crabs. I could talk about them literally all day.
Oh, that's another thing. Then it goes down to wasting time. And then it's just human perception. Like, oh, this isn't a waste of time for me. I'm standing here.
You're not wasting time. You're learning about horseshoe crabs. Oh my god, I found a house plant in the ground.
Why is it in the ground and not in the house?
I don't really know.
Where's the bookseller? I've been running around town. Well, I've been running around the middle of town. I should probably check somewhere else.
I'm gonna check south.
Checking south. South. Where could it be? Oh, is it where the train is? Maybe it's where the train is.
What is this?
Secret tunnel.
Oh, this is a new area.
Yay! Can I take your balloon? Can I steal it?
Oh my god, what? A lot faster than grass and crops.
Read this game fishing experience.
Okay, we have a lot of
money.
Run
faster. Can we run faster?
For 15,000 though.
We are rich. What are we?
Okay.
Oops.
Oh, did you just buy it?
I accidentally right-clicked.
No, it's fine. No, this is gonna be huge. I'll buy one too.
Okay, Way of the Wind. Wait, 2? Does it stack?
No, I just bought one. Because it's in parts.
Oh, we got part 2. So if I read a power.
And next time he'll sell us part 2 for 35,000. Okay.
Wait.
No, I mean that was honestly worth it though.
Let's go. We love accidentally right-clicking, chat.
Because it's ever so slightly faster. I think it's...
I can't feel it yet. Oh no, I can kind of feel it.
I can also just kind of feel it.
Part 2 will probably be faster. Oh, that's fine. We'll technically
so
now
that
more
we
efficient.
spend less time getting to places and have more to spend on other things. Back to the concept of wasting time.
Transportation is
just
one of the biggest waste time. Unless it's like a scenic route. Hear me out.
It's very true. You're so right. Like
if
driving
it's like a scenic route. But if you're driving through the city, first of all, I mean, cityscape, I guess, but like just teleport.
It depends on what city. Yeah.
San Francisco. You want to teleport out of San Francisco.
Like my city is pretty beautiful. So it's like always cool driving through it.
Okay, I guess.
You get a lot of marshes.
Then
I love marshes.
Then one of my favorite like lines of like enjoy the journey, not the station would become less valued if we could just teleport.
Honestly, yeah, because you can just go see the cool stuff.
And that just relates back to patience as well.
Well, yeah. Yeah, patience is very important.
I got glass shards.
Oh my god, I'm gonna eat glass. Do Book of Wind? Permanent plus 0.25 speed buff.
Oh.
That helps so much. I have no idea what it means.
Bundles.
Bundles.
0.25 times faster. It's like
yes.
our speed is 125% faster.
Is that actually what it says though?
It says 0.25%,
It's
right? Or 0.25 faster.
no, just plus 0.25 speed units.
Oh,
Player speed.
if our speed unit is like 1,
Contains players. Oh, our
then maybe.
walking speed. Okay, running speed is 5. So we now have 5.25.
Oh, okay.
And then what does Wave of the Wind do? Food and drink usually gives +1, so a full +1 unit.
Oh,
Interesting.
deluxe
Um,
base.
Way of the Wind 2 is another plus 0.25. So it's still nice to have. The next one probably isn't going to be too worth it because it's a negligible boost.
Rip.
It's on the order of like only a couple percent, right? 5.25 divided by 5. It's a 5% speed boost.
Oh.
So it'll matter in like only the long term. I'm going to spend the next couple days getting copper, because then I can get a copper. If I get a copper watering can by the next year,
It's so free.
it's so free. Yeah. I have a bean that I saved for eating. We do not eat the pomegranate. We're gonna need that.
Bet.
Oh, we can also use the speed grow on the melons next year.
That would be nice. To increase their time.
I think as a goal, I should try to get a copper axe pretty soon as well, because I do a lot of foraging.
I should get the bait fishing rod too.
True. And then, well, I guess because it's multiplayer, we don't even need to wait for storms in the summer to upgrade our watering cans. Because we can feasibly get steel watering cans by the end of summer. Oh, yeah. There's 4 tiers. Or I guess technically 5. There's base, which is the one we've got. And there's copper, iron, so they call it steel. And then gold, and then iridium.
Oh.
Which I think it's really funny that this game chose iridium of all metals. Iridium isn't particularly special as a metal. Other than in geology. Cool. Literally just geology. There's a layer of iridium.
Oh, I got a speed boost from a JoJo Cola.
Yeah, they actually
Plus
added
like
a short speed boost. It's kind of huge.
Nice. That's really good, actually. I just got here in like 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, you passed by the music note.
It's actually it's like a trap. It's like a warning system.
It's an alarm, so I know when you're here, so I know to get freshened up.
The dress on. What?
Oh, you're so right. Dude, speaking of time, this is very pertinent to me. It takes me roughly 1 whole hour to get ready and presentable for streams. And that's a lot of time.
So it takes me 6 minutes?
Yeah, like and you know, it's
even less if I don't have a count.
More or less time depending on what I want to do with the eyes. Sometimes the eyes alone can take 20 minutes.
That is so funny.
Depending on if I'm just bad that day.
This is why I will never use makeup. And many other reasons, because I just feel like I don't see a point for me to use makeup.
I mean, I can't even think of what you would use.
Just a little bit blush.
Yeah, like that's probably like although it make too much of an impact. I do know there's like I've used this before while commentating. A little hack to make your eyes pop out. You just use a tiny little shred of eyeliner.
Ooh.
On like the the upper and lower water lines. But I was wearing a full face for every single stream I casted, so.
Well, then that's pretty based.
It was a little different.
The strawberries are still alive.
They are, because they last. They don't go through a growth phase if you don't water them, though.
Oh.
And so, we don't need to touch them. But then they die after the second day, yeah.
Oh, okay, so 2 days and they're gone. Is that for every plant?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. With my plants, I try to water them every day. But then you can stress plants by just not watering them sometimes. And then they bounce back, and then they grow even faster.
Ooh.
Which reduces the amount of time they have to spend growing them.
It all comes
Now,
back to time.
now back with plants and time, right? It takes a lot of time to grow plants. Like,
It
that's just
depends on
kind
the
of a
plant
thing.
too.
And it really depends on the plant. Like, I just started growing, or I've been growing pumpkins that I've had in the ground for probably a month now. And they started producing flowers,
Nice.
which means that once those flowers,
And like
I
my
guess, get fertilized, then I gotta wait a whole bunch of time, keyword, haha,
Uh,
for there to be
I'm laughing
pumpkins.
so hard.
I'm gonna have to. Well, I got a cucumber that actually has sprouted. I'll send
Yeah,
you a
like
picture so you can put it in.
based.
But
My
it's
Anubias plant. Anubias. Is it Anubias or I think it's Anubias. It takes
uh
a long time to grow new leaves.
huh.
Like, how long did it take for me to see the new leaf growing? I think it was like,
Oh, I know that plant you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, the one in Muffin's tank. Muffin mention.
Oh, I get holidays too, by the way, for Muffin.
I'll take it. What was I saying? Oh, the Anubias plant. It took, I think, like 3-ish months for like a new leaf to start growing.
Oh wow.
And like all the other leaves don't really grow that much anymore either. Like the stems,
Mhm.
some of the stems might get a little bit bigger, but they're such a slow growing plant, but they grow really big. Plants are so basic.
Like the pumpkin and then the cucumber you'll be showing
It's like over time,
is
the
growing
plant will kill you.
in true, but it's growing in clay, which plants don't usually do. You have to do some special stuff to it because I mean, pumpkins, for example, are native to Mexico, but so they don't really grow in the soils where I am, but they do anyway. It's like if you just keep it super like wet, then it's easier for it to grow through the soil. So that's what I've been doing. I've been drowning it,
With enough time.
and by doing that, it takes more time for it to dry out, and so I don't even have to water it every day.
Let's go. Imagining to water your plants.
Dude, I've got like
Places it in water. Done.
it's almost like a a farm plot, but it's so funny because it's like looks really sketchy. I actually have corn I need to put in the ground. I'll do that tomorrow.
Oh, I'm about to pass out. Amazing.
Oh no, I think I am too.
No,
I
Squidward.
think I get one more.
Wait, can I make a field snack?
I stole your tree.
No, my tree square. Okay, well I need to eat more anyway. So we're gonna have this
Oh, give
fish
me a lot of wood. Time is just so crazy.
where it's like,
Because it's like, I said it at the very beginning, it's so easy for us to be like, oh yeah, time is a real thing that happens. Like, but it's so hard to articulate what it really is.
that's why it's so different
And,
from
like-
like math.
Yeah, because it's so just fundamentally different from everything else that relates to human life. But at the same time, it's so
It's
just dramatically intertwined with everything that we do.
yeah, it's like everything
That's
we
kind
do
of just-
doesn't work if there's no time, but at the same time,
Time.
it should still work without time.
Yeah.
Like no matter where you go, energy will be conserved. Or if there's no time,
Uh-huh.
energy is going to be conserved. If there's no time, 1 + 1 will still equal 2. But like
Yeah.
at the same time, no, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I mean, if there was no
Oops.
time, things wouldn't happen, so you couldn't add things, and you wouldn't have your numbers.
My funny numbers.
Oh. And then I think time, when you plot things that happen over time, I think that's one of my favorite mathematical concepts.
I love
Right.
graphs.
Because you get graphs. Graphs are really cool, and it lets you see so much, and then understand things at that fundamental level that you simply could not have had before. And then, what is
It's
it?
like the best way to
I
visualize time.
love 3-dimensional graphs
Oh, those are so silly.
because it was humans being like, well, we need a way to articulate this. because we know what happens. We need to write it down somehow, some way. And so you get some crazy stuff happening. Like, you get, what is it? You get what's called world lines. Those are so funny. Where it's the idea of a way that you could theoretically measure everything that you've ever done with, and it's like a cone going out and moving towards the out part of the cone where the angle gets wider is moving forwards in time, and then everything else is happening just along those points, and then you'd have to use metadata to plot it because you can't go past 4 dimensions in human graphing systems.
It would just make our minds explode.
Because 3 dimensions of up, down, left, right, in, out, and then over time, that's easy to conceptualize, that's easy to plot, and that's 4 dimensions.
Yeah.
But anything beyond that, it's just ridiculously hard to graph, other than literally using different lines or using metadata, where like you click on a point on like a digital graph, and it tells you all the information pertaining to that point at that point in time.
Graphs are like the probably only way we can get like an actual visual representation of time for it to make sense.
And then like we can, with like things in the past too, like just writing stuff down.
It's almost like time travel. That's kind of like time travel. It's
exactly like time travel. It's a snapshot into what humans were like in the past. And like even like geology, what plants, animals could have been, and anything like that.
Hey, hold on, there's a sign here, and I can like put items in to make it show items. Where did this come from?
Oh, is it the one with the chicken in it?
There was a chicken in it, and then I became a fish.
Oh, the chicken was me. You killed my chicken?
No! Does anyone have any extra carp? Wait a minute.
I got a chick.
I might have extra carp.
Not in our chest, I don't think.
I can fish for extra carp. Alex, okay, well, it's Alex who cares about it. I don't care about his opinion.
But, yeah, I love, because I took an art history class. I did the AP art history. And so much of it, I mean, like, I think literally everything was in the past instead of present in quotes of, like, recent enough.
Art.
You know? But, I mean, a lot of the stuff we looked at were, like, statues. And you learn so much about what people were like based on what their statues are like. Like, the Greeks, they had different beauty standards than us. Very different.
Very different.
They liked femboys, that's one thing for sure.
They like small, and, they like size, specifically small.
Yes, yeah. Very, very opposite from the majority of people today. And it's just interesting to see how something changed over time like that. Oh, wow, we have a lot of fruit. I also have, like, apples, cherries, pomegranates.
I have an apple right now. Where do you get carp from? Is it a river?
Do you have an apple on you?
No.
Oh.
I have it in real life.
Oh, got you. I don't like apples in real life, actually. I don't really like them.
Depends on the apple. It has to be a good apple. Like
I dislike all apples equally.
That's not very patriotic of you.
There's some apples I dislike more than others. I like some, but then it's just
very good.
Why would I bother eating an apple?
Remember, be equal, but be more equal than others.
So all apples are equal, but some apples take more time than others. Put that on a book, on the cover of a book or something, and then there should be a pig.
Yeah, like $1 million
on the book cover, and you should have like a funny little mustache,
possibly a crown. Oh, look at me, just like doing all the work.
And then we get to bed, and then it's me doing my work.
I know there's a lot of stone scattered around your farm.
Why are they alive? Why are they living? I hate these plants.
They need more time.
Alright, well, I'm gonna do some shenanigans today.
Oh wait, a chick. Oh, that's where you got it. That chicken statue. We're not donating that, chat.
Oh yeah.
Staying there
I
forever.
was gonna go. I'm gonna do a run of that area because I'm gonna go to the mines after. Okay, I'm gonna do Gunther Mines Community Center. Now, I have to ask the question of the episode. What happens if you put time in a box? If a tree falls down in the forest and no one's around to hear it, did it take the same amount of time if somebody was watching it because nobody perceived it?
Our perception of time is like light-based, in a way.
It's
Kind of.
light-based and it's just brain-based, honestly.
And like, yeah. I found carp, chat. I found the carp.
Oh my god.
Who needed carp? Marty.
D's.
Yes, that too. When?
Oh.
Huh?
Tonight.
That. But yeah, I wonder if there's other times, ways
we're gonna get to a point
perceive
where this
times.
becomes not a. Oh yeah.
Oh yes, continue.
We're gonna get to a point where that's not even a bit anymore. It's gonna be really funny. like 4 years in the future, none of us have done anything with our lives, and we're like.
But we're in a box.
But we're in a box.
Under a San Francisco bridge.
Injecting heroin. I mean, injecting time. Actually, that's a good segue. Drugs mess with your perception of time.
Yes.
I can at least.
There's a lot of other things as well that can mess with your perception of time.
Yeah, like alcohol. It just kind of makes it a little bit faster, but at the same time, when you're paying attention, it feels like time goes by slower. But when you're not paying attention, it goes by so much faster.
Yes.
We should do a what is drugs episode, and I show up just absolutely faded. No, I would never do that.
So based.
I want
you pretend.
Good podcast. That's true.
What if we just act like it?
I don't mess with any drugs that aren't alcohol and caffeine. And even then, alcohol's not even that good.
Time. What was I going about time? I was saying something about time. But perception of time that isn't light-based. Because I got reminded of watching, what was that movie where it's like aliens go by? Aliens, like, land in different parts of the earth. And someone's trying to communicate with them. And as they learn their language isn't time-based. So it's like the person who's learning their language sees the past and the future at once because of how their language works. Because language also affects time because that's how we think. Like someone who speaks and has known Spanish all their lives, their like inner voice speaks Spanish. But like for someone else, it'd be a different language. So if
my inner voice speaks French to me sometimes, and it's really funny.
My inner voice is this.
Pro becomes The Sims.
Exactly. But if you can make a language that isn't time-based, because language does have time-based things, like he was, him was, him am, and her, and they, and see other stupid ones. Zai.
Okay.
This.
I've got really strong opinions on this that we're definitely gonna have to talk about in the episode.
Yes, me too.
Because I think it's really some of them. It's like, okay, I get it.
Some of them are just stupid.
Some of them make sense where it's something where I look at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. But then others, most of them, it's like, what?
My pronouns are xylophone.
What is it? Where does I guess neo pronouns? I think that one is a little weird.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they and them is like the most adventurous you need to get because it displays like that same idea while still fitting with what our language already has allocated.
Yes, if we have a language that isn't time-based.
Language affects gender perception, actually. It's a huge one.
Yes, that will be in the gender. And actually,
like
that can be gender and language.
True. We'll have to talk about it in both. I'll save it for then.
Yes,
Because
yes.
like we talked about this with our French professor. Like, or she talked about it to us
At a certain time.
at a certain time.
Oh my
Probably.
goodness.
Oh god, it had to have been like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, if we can have a language.
French people don't perceive time because they're not real.
They don't exist. If we can get a language that isn't based on time, then in a way is time travel possible. But then we also now we have
In a physical sense, no.
no. But then also now we're going into, is everything we do already dictated? Do we have no control over our future?
Oh goodness. That's the free will argument. That one's a funny one.
Now we're going into philosophy chat.
Free will thought experiment is
Get
it
Dr.
relates
Phil
to
in here.
time, I think.
Philanthropist, Dr. Phil.
Do not get Dr. Phil in. I would actually shoot myself.
Me too. I would do it for you.
One of the most
and then I'd do it
fraudulent
myself.
people of all time is Dr. Phil.
So based. I don't understand how he's anywhere.
Because gossip, the gossip scene.
The gossip.
They love him.
Gossip is a waste of time.
Gossip for the most part is a waste of time. It can be fun.
It's just like fun
to say mean things about people.
Like,
that's what diss tracks are.
Yes, it's like funny, but then there's also a point. Most of the time, it's just kind of boring. Like when you're
the diss track might be out by then. Chat, link the Discord or the
Discord.
The diss track.
The diss track. The Discord.
Link the Discord too, guys. If you have Discord, we have a Spirit Seri Discord. That's not a waste of time. There's a wonderful community with yours truly, Spirit Seri.
And Joe Biden's in it.
And oh my god, and Joe Biden's in it. He's like a puppet.
Taxidermy.
It's like a yeah, it's a taxidermy Joe Biden.
He's not just like a puppet being controlled by like someone else. I would be surprised.
He's a puppet being controlled. He's not even being controlled by CNN because they don't like him much anymore now.
I wouldn't like someone who's dead either.
CNN was dissing him, and it was really funny.
It's amazing.
And they were trying, like, they were sad at it too. They were trying really hard not to be like negative, but you could just tell just the sheer concern in their eyes when they were talking about that debate. Which actually, surprisingly, wasn't a waste of my time. It was really entertaining.
It goes back to time. Gossiping. Gossiping is one of the biggest wastes of time. Imagine you're spending time
like
with someone,
gossip for the sake of gossip.
Like, that's the best way to put it. Gossip for the sake of gossip.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find the words, but you found the words. Imagine you're spending time with someone, and you spend an hour talking about someone else. You're boring.
Oh god, that's a reason I ended a relationship. Because that's all I wanted to do is gossip about other people. I was like, no, I don't do that.
It's so boring.
Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. I'm sorry.
Squidward?
Sorry, there's a bee here. There's no longer. Oh my god, there's another bee. Get me out of here, chat.
Oh my.
Chat requesting evac. Major
SCV rolling out.
Requesting fire support.
Yellow launch. Nuclear missile detected.
Nuclear launch detected.
Nuclear launch detected. Nuclear launch detected. Oh, this should go on the what is societal expectations gossip. I think it is kind of a societal expectation thing to gossip. Because it's kind of like small talk. Which I hate. Well, I don't hate. It's just bores me.
I'm so cooked.
Oh, how's the weather today?
I need to go up. Oh no.
It's weather. What do I say about the weather? It's not
raining. I'm so cooked.
So...
This is so bad. This is so bad.
he's fighting World War III. I'm just worried about the weather. It's like, if it's not like raining or snowing, like, oh, the weather's fine. Like, what do you want to talk about it?
I'm like, out of energy. I need stairs to spawn so bad.
Stairs. Would you like an emergency bullhead fish?
I just need to get up. I need to get up.
I can give carp because that one's a star.
Oh god. Oh god.
Run, Squidward! Run!
Yeah, I have 2 minutes. I think I'm good.
Okay. Do you need energy?
No. I made it
bet.
out.
I made
I
it
just
out.
need to
So
get out of
right.
the mines.
Of mines. I was running to
Because
the
I
cave.
had 7. I had 21 salmon berries.
I was running to the cave like a hero in an action movie, holding a carp, running into the cave that's collapsing and exploding, and there's some dramatic music playing, and the cameraman doesn't know where to get the good shot in, so he's just flicking between different shots, so it's impossible to see anything because it's a Marvel movie. And
God,
I
I
get
hate
the
Marvel
girl, and that's
movies.
in the end.
You know what I actually hate about Marvel movies?
They're all kind of the same plot.
It takes so much time to learn all the background that you need.
I didn't need so much background. Oh, I guess.
Oh yeah, because it's like if you've watched so many of them by now, you don't need it. But like, oh my god,
Honestly,
it
you
took so
don't need
long.
that much background for like
No, but they're so bad
some
at being
movies.
standalone films
That's
nowadays.
true. Guardians of the
That's
Galaxy
what I
is the
really
best
mean.
at it, though.
Yeah, no, I watched Guardians
It's
standalone.
just the best. Like, it's the best Marvel thing.
Oh my god, why is a furnace so expensive?
Yes, Squidward, you need to set it on fire. Fire takes
Oh my
energy.
god, you're so right. Fire makes light.
Yes. Just put 2 next to it, like 1 here, so we can't leave without triggering it.
Where's a funny spot?
Like right here. No.
Well, but we don't have to stand there.
No. Put it here, and then you'll see what I mean.
Can I just...
Just put here, and then you'll see what I mean. Because it's more than just the music. The one I'm standing on.
Okay.
So now, now it's not just the sound anymore. I'll give you a hint. Come over here. I'll give you a hint.
Oh. Chat, is this Riz?
So we're gonna have to blur that out. It's like I've got to permanently blur out this mailbox.
Oh wait, it's anatomically correct too, because it's got the little circle, but then the line coming up
The
from
notes
the circle,
the sounds
that does the thing.
It's got this. It has the sounds I make. Wait, what?
Please stop! You're deafening me. Fishity bop bop. Yes, yes.
This is going in. It's part of the
It's going in?
authenticity.
Oh.
That's actually a thing with YouTube. That's why I don't like it when people compare YouTube with like movies. Movies are supposed to be edited. They're not supposed to be like people being people authentic. But like with YouTube, that's how unedited views do well, because even if it's not edited, it's authentic. It's a person. YouTube is more personal than a movie, because it's like one dude, and then a movie is like 50 million people. And YouTube just YouTube can take so much time.
Yeah. It really can.
Oh, I got chicken statue.
Chicken statue. Oh yeah, I have one of those as well. We could put that somewhere funny. I need to go to Gunther. I'm gonna upgrade my watering can. It won't be ready by tomorrow.
That's fine.
It's fine. It's
still the same season, I think, right?
You'll just give me yours. Oh, also, I can relate YouTube to time. I love long form videos so much.
Whoa, like the ones on spirits.com.
Like honestly though, like it's exactly the style that I really enjoy from YouTube.
Exactly.
Where it's like,
and like authenticity, where it's like not even overly edited.
Yeah, and like I went and I must watch what is like twice full through.
That's so based.
And what I think I really like about it is that it's got that authentic feel, right?
Yeah.
But compounded on like it's a full like hour long. And I love the hour long video essays. Because I feel like it's a valuable use of my time where as a person, I like to always be doing something productive. And potentially that's a toxic trait. However, however,
I have it too sometimes. Well, actually, a lot because I still always want to have a YouTube video in the background.
yeah. But for me, it's always like I like watching the video essays because then I feel like I'm learning something, even if it's something totally extraneous that I'll probably never use in my whole life. It's still like something,
Yes.
and like I can at least maybe find a way to apply it somewhere. Like I watched. Oh my god, I need to link you this video because it's actually amazing. Some guy did a challenge run playthrough of the entire Metal Gear like series in 1 week.
What
And
a
it's
gamer.
it's like a 4-hour 15-minute video. And it's such a fun video to have because then like at the very worst, you're being entertained passively and you're learning about Metal Gear,
Yes. I think that's
which is
what I try to
important
do a lot.
because Metal Gear is important to game design. So you're filling your time with like more stuff, but without
Amazing.
having to do any of that extra work.
I think Instagram and Shorts are very good at lowering our perception of time.
Dude, I hate it for that.
I do too.
Can
It's
I
like
make bug burgers yet? Oh, I found another houseplant.
like
Just in the ground.
the argument I get when, or that I hear a lot when people say the new generation words are cringe, and someone's like, "Oh, but your generation at MLG." Okay, well, our things were actually like words, right? Like Uganda
It
Knuckles
also
was actually like a word, and it made sense. MLG was a thing. Even like E, that's a letter. Like
oh, I do think
oh,
I
the
do
O
remember.
memes. That's just people yelling O. Okay, Skibbity Chungus. Chungus makes sense. Skibbity. Where did that? What?
Oh shoot, I actually read.
And some of it's just
I
borderline
watched.
toilet humor.
I watched a YouTube short on somebody explaining it. It was like a linguist who talked about what it is, why it works.
I think that's true because some words sound like nice to say,
Yeah, like skibbity.
especially if there's like a song tied to it.
Yes,
Then
yes.
it's just forever. So much of it is just toilet humor or the equivalent.
Yeah,
And
a low
it's
bar, I think, is a good way to describe it too.
trash.
Low brow, that's what it was.
It's trash.
It's low brow where it's like a quick laugh the first time, but then people make it their entire personalities, and I don't understand how. That can be said about a lot of things.
What if your entire personality was time? See, it's all connected. We're on topic.
Oh, that's
That's people who are
shoot.
like in a rush. Actually,
Yalga.
those are people who. What's the word?
That's the Diamond Clan from Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Well, that's
Chat,
not even
show a
comparable.
picture of the femboy from that game. What was his name? Mel or something?
Mel wife.
There's a. Oh my god, you're so right. But there's a femboy in that game, and he was obsessed with time.
Gasp. What was it like to make time a personality, actually? Impatient people, I guess.
Pretty insufferable, yeah.
Annoying
People who drive Ford F-150s and tailgate you on the highway, and then illegally pass you just to get stopped at the same traffic light.
It's so funny to me when I see people speeding past me, like, and then they stop at the stoplight, and then I just pull up next to them, like, hi.
On my, like, commute to work, which is upwards of 45 minutes, chat, right? Like, I drive a very long way to get to where I need to go. I can't really save but so much time. Because it's like...
Time management is just another thing now.
And because it's like, speeding doesn't really mathematically work out unless you're going 10 over in a 25 or something.
Or if you just like ignore traffic laws. Oh, my voice just like cracked so hard it started becoming a blowhorn.
It was all the screaming from last night.
My voice still cracks all the time. My
Mine
childhood
does when
chat.
I'm like getting up in volume, because I do that for the other job. Chat, what is economy? When will it get fixed?
So you know
Actually,
Joe
I can
Biden.
tell you when it'll get fixed, but I can't make that joke. It'll alienate roughly
Oh, no.
50% of our audience. Actually, probably more.
So time chat.
So time.
There's gonna be a lot of tangents in this one, boys.
If I could save time in a bottle, I don't know. That's a song lyric.
I would use it all on video editing.
Okay, I'm gonna go burn all of our money. So I need you to scythe all of this and water as much as you possibly can.
Patience is actually a time measurement.
Dude,
It's like
I
a
love patience.
It's like a perception of time measurement.
Honestly, yeah. Like, if you're impatient, it means you don't like how you're perceiving time, and you should just be better.
If you're impatient,
Sometimes it's
you're
okay to be
cringe.
impatient, but like the majority of times,
It's kind
I
of
feel like
stupid.
impatience is just cringe, objectively.
So right.
Oh my god, I found a baked fish in the trash.
That's dinner.
I wonder if Clint finished my thing by now.
Patience.
Clint calls me up, be like, "Why did you want it in that shape and that large? That's gonna take more copper." Tilapia frenzy. You should go fish.
I'm watering. After I water, I will.
Oh, true.
I wonder
Hour?
how impatient
Time.
people think.
I get really impatient when I play Stardew Valley, and I'm sitting outside of Clint's house, and he just won't let me in.
Okay, but that's Clint's house. So that's reasonable impatience.
I'm just gonna hold the
Impatient
W
people,
key.
how do you think? How do you not just wait?
Yeah.
How do you not
If
just
you're,
sit
like,
and enjoy the
impatient,
fish?
You impatient people should try fishing.
Impatient
they
people should go to an
insane.
aquarium and sit down.
Oh,
There's not enough
God.
seasonal aquarium.
I have another anecdote on fish aquariums and impatience.
Yay! Yes, please.
So, I use an aquarium as a litmus test of whether or not I want to proceed. Yeah, whether or not I want to proceed with like getting serious about a relationship. It's the same person who would gossip a lot, right? Unnamed
Pretty
for
much.
privacy reasons, but
His name was
God.
Jeff.
Well, it wasn't a dude. We're not at that point yet.
Jeffina.
Jiffy, yeah. Once I get really desperate for financial security, I'll start dating guys. You heard it here first, folks.
But I'm guessing the gossiper person did not wait
Here's the
with
gossip.
fish.
Like, oh my god, I just wanted to sit there and watch the sharks. Right.
I want to sit in an aquarium. That's all I want.
I've made a mistake, chat. A really bad mistake. I love fish a lot. I think they're really cool.
Fish are cool.
Fish are friends.
Not
And
food. Actually, yeah, they can be food. Fish.
It depends. I may need help.
What did you do?
So remember the clip where I talked about I had a lot of parsnips?
Yeah.
Do you remember how many I had?
180?
Yeah, 180 parsnips.
Yeah.
This is a new YouTube short. Hey, YouTube Shorts, we're gonna play a little game called Guess How Many Melons I Bought.
The correct number is 2.
I bought 300 melons.
Oh.
And guess how much corn I bought?
Corn. Oh my.
I bought 64. We're cooked. And we have one watering can. I'm gonna need evac. Guys, don't date the agriculture femboy. They'll do this to you. And then on top of that, I got a blueberry and I got a pepper. We're
Amazing.
so cooked. Oh my god. I forgot how this game spirals if you are good at it.
if you buy a lot
play your
of
cards right.
melons, do I keep watering? Or do I go
I'm
fishing?
gonna make a whole bunch of new plots, and we need them watered.
You need them
See,
watered.
once we get the copper watering can, though, it can become a one-person job because it's not like
It's better.
1/3 the time because you have to click and hold, but it becomes roughly half the time, so it can become a one-person job
Let's go.
for the most part. Or if we just do it together, it'll take a very short amount of time.
Actually, just gonna pass out from this.
Actually, I had a dream one time, like 2 nights ago, I think. And dreams are cool because it's like it really messes with your perception of time. Because sometimes I'll
Dreams
have
with
like
an S,
a
kids.
dream.
Calm down. Sit in your seats. Continue.
Yeah, not the YouTube one. But I feel like sometimes you have a dream that takes like it feels like a full hour. So you're perceiving a full hour of time passing, and then you wake up and literally 1 real life minute passed.
I have like the
And
opposite.
I think that's kind of absurd.
Where it's like I have like 5-minute dreams, but then I've woken up and it's been 6 hours.
Like that, and that can happen too, and that's crazy.
It's so weird.
And that goes on to like how our mind, if it really wanted to, could perceive even like real time in a very different way. I also wanted to I forgot to make like an anecdote about like back when we talked about like how drugs can affect your perception of time. Marijuana is the #1 thing. It speeds up how you perceive time. And like I feel like that's pretty bad. Because then you're passing time that you are literally just wasting because you're not doing anything productive, even like remotely. Like, okay, doing nothing, just lounging around, that's fine because you, as a literal animal,
you need that.
Like you're designed to hunt things and then do nothing until you hunt again.
Pretty
so
much.
like that's fine and dandy, okay.
It's good for like mental as well.
Yeah, and good for the mental. But when you're doing that, but you just like
But with marijuana,
because
it's
you
like
smoked a blunt or something, that's like that time is going faster. So you're devaluing your time of doing nothing, I think.
And then it's also it can become uncontrollable.
Yeah, that too. Now, of course, marijuana is not inherently bad. It's one of the best ever pain relievers to people with like what condition is it?
Alzheimer's?
Cerebral palsy. It's like the only thing that works. And it's of course objectively better than opioids. Because it's significantly less addicting. And it won't really mess you up the same way.
Just like every drug can be taken in safe doses.
I think literally every, yeah.
Literally every drug can be bad.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna tell you to water up in that corner, but then I was like, oh, wait, you're out.
I'm kind of drowning in a lack of water.
Me when I'm drowning in the lack of water.
Me when I'm drowning
How much
in
time
oxygen.
would it take to drown in the lack of water?
That's just human lifespan.
Oh my god.
Which takes time.
Well,
I mean, technically,
actually,
what if you're just in like a carbon dioxide environment, then you just suffocate?
This is true. Hey, do you want to test that theory? Skibbity bop bop, yes, yes. This game is gonna get a lot more podcasty. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Don't go that way.
Oh my god. Chat! I did it! Oh my god, and we
I think we have a small amount of plants.
Okay.
Do you have better water proficiency?
I have way more than you. Yeah, just toss it to me. I'm gonna eat the big fish.
I'm tired, Squidward. I'm gonna go kill. Mistakes I've made a few. Like not getting a watch because you really need a watch.
Watches are one of the coolest things ever, is you can look at it and then you know the time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and something I forgot I didn't divulge into as much as I should have is circadian rhythm.
Oh yes.
Your inherent biological clock, where you just innately understand at time. Like, a lot of people can probably within the minute guess when 1 full hour has passed by. And like even in the total absence of stimulus, your time perception is pretty good. And I think that's really neat. I also think it's really funny how you can mess with that.
It's like a time-based organism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where like our perception of time is very fundamentally based on like sun
How we work.
cycles, right? But it's also it calibrates based off that, and it works without anything going on for a pretty extended period of time. Like, of course, if like you'll understand roughly days in total absence of any stimulus because you're like, okay, I'm tired, I need to sleep.
And
And
there's
your
like
sleep-wake cycle is
7
roughly
days
24
only, too.
hours. Yeah. And so you can roughly plot out how much time has passed based off your sleep-wake cycle. But it is cool that like if people wake up at like it can be to the minute, even without an alarm, if you're used to it.
Yes. It's actually a really interesting thing
I've done
my
that a
dad
couple
told me about.
times when I like don't set an alarm by mistake and I wake up at the right time or like even an hour early. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like
It's
this,
like my body knew I didn't set an alarm.
it's this weird thing where it's like if you tell yourself in your head to wake up at this time, then you will do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something my dad told me, and it works.
Right.
And
No,
it's so
it
weird.
absolutely, to like a very large extent.
Even
it
if it's like
does.
an unusual time, like 4 a.m. for the average person.
Yeah, like if you have it in your, oh, you need to sleep. But like, yeah, if you have it in your head when you go to bed, like, oh, I need to wake up at 6 a.m. to go do my laundry. Even if you just like set an alarm for exactly 6 a.m., you will be significantly more likely
Wake up earlier.
to be awake and alert at when that alarm goes off. Because sometimes you wake up, turn off your alarm, and like
just go back to sleep.
You just go back to sleep and you don't physically process that event happening.
That's happened to me so many times. That's why I have multiple
That
alarms.
happened to me. Yeah, no, exactly. I started setting multiple because I set the early ones that I know my body's gonna ignore.
Exactly.
But that means by the time I need to actually be up, I'm significantly more restless.
Yes.
And like stimulated is the right word. Like at a higher level of stimulation past being asleep.
I'm conscious.
Yeah. What is consciousness would be such a fun episode.
What is a consciousness?
Because
So
I mean, that
Joe
would literally
Biden,
touch.
he has no conscience anymore.
Not much of one.
Not much is going on in there.
No.
Except for maybe golf.
Let's play the fun game, chat, of guess the parts of the political spectrum people are on by whether they hate Joe Biden or not. It's actually really difficult. He's so easy to hate.
It's easy to hate dead people.
Right? I hate dead people. Always out here being dead. God.
Influencing our perception of time.
Dude, actually, though, that's a pretty cool thing. Like, we're gonna need a whole What is Life episode. That's gonna be a big one.
What is ancestry? What is life?
What is ancestry? Man. Because it also all goes back into time. And our understanding of events that happened in time before we existed and were perceiving it. And I always think that's really fascinating. Like, I love doing, like, the family history thing. Because I know most of mine because my grandma did all of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa. We did a lot of stuff that, like, all culminated in me being right here, right now. And then my ancestors, assuming I have any semblance of riz. Not ancestors, my progeny. Will be saying the same things long time in the future.
It's like past events don't change over time.
True.
But also,
what
perception of it changes over
from
time.
the past changes, yeah. Because it's like, you've got to try to understand what happened and people
Like
think differently, and so like the perception of what happened.
Science is
What's the
actually a good one
specific
for
word?
this.
The interpretation of what happened will change.
It's literally science.
Literally science, true.
Because like our interpretation was Earth was flat, and now it's Earth is round. I know you flat earthers still exist, but I'm not counting you as people.
That's so true. If you think the Earth is flat, you should be denied basic human rights.
That's so true.
Actually, there's people who are way worse though.
That is also true.
There's furries.
Yeah, they exist.
And, like the unbased kind. Like most furries are actually pretty chill. And then there's
what even
some,
constitutes a furry? We need to list a furry now.
Actually, we really do.
I don't understand. Like, what does it mean? Like, do you actually want to be an animal?
No, it's like
or do you
it's
just
another
like
form
wearing
of
cat ear headphones?
It's actually very, very similar to like the whole cosplay thing, where it's almost a form of escapism, where you're being something that isn't you.
Oh my
on
goodness.
a fundamental level.
I am a furry.
And so like, yeah, you're just trying to feel like somebody different is basically what it is. And for essentially the purpose
All
of like
cosplayers are furries. Noted.
No, no. This is slippery slope fallacy.
Squidward. I'm gonna shoot up the cosplay convention.
Sort of is slippery slope. What is the one? I need to learn all my logical fallacies again.
Have we exhausted our time?
Can we think of anything else to do with time? I don't know. We talked about time perception, how time sort of works. I talked about world lines, which is the one big talking point I had ready.
Sir.
I think we're
Yeah,
pretty
the language
set.
thing. Let's go.
Talked about language and time. Yeah, if we were to end this now, I'd have no complaints.
But
I'm satisfied with what we said.
I'm satisfied with your care. Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh.
Dear valued IKEA customer.
Do we have endings for these? I can't remember.
Oh, we probably did end the last one. We could record. What would be something really funny? I'll think of something. Here, wait.
Related to time.
I got it. All right, are you going? Are we rolling?
We're rolling, chat.
All right. And that's all the time we have for today. Until next time.
Time to get a watch.